What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a good day. I am. I pretty much always do. Sometimes there are moments and days that suck, as we know, but for the most part, I don't know, a certain point in life you learn, you just move past some stuff without freaking about it. But anyway, I am doing a subscriber request today. Actually, several of you have requested this song. It's Dean Brody's Cattleman's Gun. I don't know this song. Dean, I actually expected this to be a much older artist. And Dean Brody is a young man. And so he's from Smithers, Canada. So shout out to the Canadians up there. In the analytics that YouTube gives us, they'll give us the breakdown as far as like number of views, of course, number of minutes viewed, number of minutes viewed per song, likes, dislikes, all this kind of stuff. But they also give breakdowns as far as whether it's male, female, and right now males are at 83% to female 17% of viewership. And so, of course, I'm partial to the ladies anyway. No disrespect, fellas, but you know what I'm talking about. But they also show like location, like country, where the video was viewed. So the United States, of course, has the most. I mean, and it's at like 92% views are from the States. And but Canada is in second place at like 3.5%. So you guys are rocking it out. And I have a feeling Colter Wall has a lot to do with that. But Colter Wall is popular in the States too. So I don't know if that's accurate or not. I just think good country music is appreciated by lots of folks. Australia is in there. Sweden is in there. How about the Swedes? At like 0.5% of the views are from Sweden. So if you're from Sweden, leave a comment. Would love to hear that. Love your comments anyway. But so here's the dealio. This song was requested by Jacob Budke, Joshua Trantham, Aiden Hackworth. I'm going to say this name, Tweeb or Tweeb Zero, TWIEB 0. And definitely not a troll. That's the screen name. Definitely not a troll. That's not my commentary. That is the screen name. So there it is, guys. Cattleman's Gun by Dean Brody. Let's get into this. Here we go. Oh, on the planes. It's already like a movie. Drama.
He rode into town one dust storm, sheepskin cloak across his back. A preacher man with kind old eyes and a mystery for a past. He said he'd come to teach about the love of God, but he soon learned what they were missing there was justice and the law. There was a cattleman who claimed his clan owned all the land around, and any brave fool that might dispute, he was quick to snuff him out. He'd say, take my heed and you won't pay the price, 'cause honor and a name ain't worth a damn if you don't have your life. 'Cause ain't nobody faster than this cattleman's gun. I'm a rattlesnake on the trigger. Your last stand will be lying in the sand, falling to the slam of my hammer.
This reminds me of the movie Silverado. And I know Silverado was like a comedy, but there were different parts in there, and there was one really accurate marksman up in the hills. And I think Danny Glover was the marksman in that. That's right. Anyway, it was a very funny movie, but this whole scenario reminds me of that movie. I'm sure some of you have seen it. It's one of, I don't know, it's in my top 20 movies of all time, Silverado. Here we go.
So One man taught forgiveness while the other taught suffering. Preacher said deliverance could be found down on their knees. He'd say, I know you want justice and you want blood, but believe me when I say to you, don't try and be that man's judge. Cause ain't nobody faster than that cattleman's gun. He's a rattlesnake on the trigger. Your last stand will be lying in the sand, falling to the slam of his hammer. One day a young farmer brought his sons to town for feed, and he noticed that the streets were quiet, and he knew what that might mean. The smoke rose in the distance, his farm burned to the ground, and he let the fury overtake him when Cattleman came back to town. Well, his boys ran out from behind the crowd and watched their daddy die. The big man laughed and said, now look at that. Anybody else want to give it a try? Well, the church doors opened with that black cloak flowing behind preacher's fiery eyes. He said, your ticket to hell is a-coming to you, and I got a hollow point to give you the ride. And the only thing faster than the cattleman's gun was the preacher man's hand and finger. He pulled iron from his side and let that bullet fly, beat the rattlesnake to the hammer. While preacher embraced forgiveness, oh, they finally understood. Under that sheepskin cloak of his was a history of blood.
I probably shouldn't laugh, man, but the dude got what was coming to him. I don't cry over people like that. I think there's a hard world to live in, as we know, but you're terrorizing people like that, which, as I understood the song, there's a real bad man living out there. And, yeah. And then it's interesting because the one guy that took him out was the guy that probably took him by surprise. He wasn't expecting, but he had a hollow point in there too. You know you're preparing for something when you've got a hollow point in there. I used to know why hollow points are what they are. I guess because they just blow things apart when they hit them. But I don't know. You guys who own guns and all that would know better. But what a story that was there. You got this guy terrorizing everybody, and then the preacher coming in to preach forgiveness. And there was it sounded like a guy's, farm got set on fire, and the cattleman had, did it. He was behind it. And nobody could take care of this guy, but then the preacher man did. So that was an interesting contrast. I did not see it coming at all. And some interesting verbiage in there too, like the rattlesnake trigger. Like, how do you word that? But it was like a rattlesnake, quick as a rattlesnake on a trigger. I mean, just the imagery there. It wasn't like a rubber band or a popped balloon, like anything that moves quickly. It was something to move quickly and is also deadly on a trigger, which is meant to kill. And the whole imagery there was just, here's something ugly, and this is the one responsible for it. And in the end, justice was found out. So I hope I got my take on that song that reasonably agreed with yours. I don't know, but I gotta say, I mean, I do feel it's a hard world to live in, and I don't know why people go the way they do, but when you're a real bad person, I don't lose any sleep whatsoever when justice is meted out. I don't. I hurt when good people get hurt, or just, a child, or, yeah. Anyway, I don't need to go into all that kind of stuff, but yeah, this song, all right. Dean Brody. I wonder what other type of music he's got. You know, I mean, does he slide into Western, or is he more? There were some rock elements in here, like the way the guitar ran a bit. You know, sort of in the middle of the song, it sort of had like a rock bridge in there. But a rock bridge, that's interesting. But all right, Jacob Budke, Joshua Trantham, Aiden Hackworth, Tweeb Zero, and definitely not a troll. That goes out to you, everybody. Thanks for that. Oh, I gotta rate that song. Crap. See, man, let me turn my hat back around. Maybe that's the problem of forgetting. Geez, I forget. I'm gonna give that one an 8.45. It's in between a 4 and a 5. I've not done that before. I've refrained, but there was intrigue. I like some of the musicality in it. The musicianship, I like. The story was fascinating, and I think it could have been developed even better, but you know, there were good things going on in it. So we're going 8.45. How's that? All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.